Germany's naval aviation is poised for a consequential pivot as the NH90 Sea Tiger approaches first delivery, a milestone that aligns industrial progress with an operational need that has been building for years. By taking the first aircraft before the end of 2025, Berlin will start a steady transition away from the aging Westland Sea Lynx Mk88A toward a standardized, networked, multi-mission helicopter force tailored for modern anti-submarine and anti-surface warfare. The multi-role frigate helicopter program, under which 31 Sea Tigers are on order, is designed to align sensor, weapon, and data link architectures across the German Navy's principal surface combatants, notably the Sachsen and Baden-Württemberg classes. The goal is less about adding a single new platform and more about stitching together a coherent, resilient kill chain at sea. The capability step is anchored in acoustics. The Sea Tiger's core is an integrated ASuW suite centered on a modern dipping sonar and a complementary sonobuoy system that together let crews search wide areas, fix targets in depth, and prosecute with precision. Automatic onboard processing and data fusion matter here as much as raw sensor performance. The helicopter is built to ingest acoustic and electromagnetic returns, correlate them into a single tactical picture, and share that picture across Link 11 and Link 16 in near real time. In practical terms, that means a frigate, a maritime patrol aircraft, and an embarked helicopter can collaborate on the same underwater contact without fighting their tools. Weapons integration follows the same logic of coherence. MU-90 lightweight torpedoes give the Sea Tiger the ability to close the ASuW loop from detection to engagement, while the path toward MBDA's Marte ER anti-ship missile extends the aircraft's reach into surface strike. This duality is not an indulgence, it recognizes that adversary submarines rarely operate in isolation and that surface combatants, auxiliaries, and fast attack craft may all present in contested littorals. With door guns for close defense, the helicopter can also cover boarding evolutions and maritime security tasks, providing a bridge between warfighting and daily constabulary duties. The flight control and human factors architecture are designed to make those missions repeatable in bad weather and high sea states. Full fly-by-wire reduces pilot workload during precision hover, dipping operations, and low-altitude contour flight, while a modern avionics suite supports helmet displays, digital mapping, and mission system orchestration. Composite structures and corrosion-focused design choices reflect the relentless environment of salt spray and deck impacts. Folding rotors and tail, a strengthened undercarriage, and a decklock mechanism are not afterthoughts, they are the enabling details that determine whether a ship can actually launch and recover in the conditions it will face in the North Sea and North Atlantic. Germany's path to certification has been methodical and notably collaborative. A first production aircraft in full German configuration ran through an 8-week trial block in early 2024 at Marignane, focused on validating the acoustic suite, weapon communication links, and the interaction between sensors, displays, and control interfaces. Test cards progressed from benign captive carry profiles to inert torpedo flights that exercise structural loads and software logic under representative conditions. The choice of Mediterranean deep water was not incidental, it allowed realistic dipping sonar performance checks that a shallow training range cannot reproduce. Preliminary integration steps for the Marte ER were slotted into that same window, helping de-risk the surface warfare piece of the portfolio. A second phase moved to Nordholz Air Base from June to mid-August 2024 and shifted emphasis from components to operations. Crews flew complete mission profiles, launch, transit, buoy patterns, dipping sequences, simulated weapon release, and recovery, while timing the whole detect-to-engage chain and testing how well the helicopter plugged into shipboard combat systems. NATO observers from France and Italy, who field-related NH90 naval variants, attended portions of the campaign to compare lessons learned and ensure cross-program coherence. The result was a clean progression toward operational acceptance and a data package that supports the schedule for first delivery by late 2025 and steady handovers into the early 2030s. From an industrial perspective, the Sea Tiger sits inside a multinational framework that spreads risk, supply chains, and political buy-in. The NH90 family's consortium, combining Airbus helicopters, Leonardo, and Fokker aerostructures, has delivered hundreds of airframes in land and naval configurations. For Germany, the advantage is twofold: access to a broader upgrade path shared with allies, and a supply base large enough to sustain parts and expertise across a long service life. That scale matters for fleet availability, which is ultimately the metric that determines whether a navy can maintain continuous helicopter coverage over a task group or choke point. Strategically, the Sea Tiger arrives at a time when Europe's maritime security problem is growing more complex, not less. The Baltic and the approaches to the North Atlantic are crowded with submarines, intelligence vessels, and gray zone actors probing infrastructure and traffic patterns. A frigate with an embarked helicopter that can rapidly develop and share a contact picture is more than a single ship improvement, it is a force multiplier for NATO's distributed maritime operations model. The ability to shift from ASuW to anti-surface tasks within the same sortie, without reconfiguring the aircraft at a depot, gives commanders tactical elasticity that is hard to quantify until the first compressed, high-tempo crisis makes it indispensable. There are, however, practical challenges that will shape how quickly capability translates into routine effect at sea. Training pipelines must expand to generate pilots and acoustic operators who are as comfortable with data link management and sensor fusion as they are with shipboard procedures. Maintenance personnel need tooling, spares, and corrosion management regimes tailored to high-salt, high-tempo environments. Doctrine will evolve as the Sea Tiger's sensor range, dwell time, and networking open new ways to stage multi-platform attacks on submerged contacts. None of these elements are showstoppers, but they will determine whether the fleet's paper performance is realized at sea week in and week out. The platform's raw numbers underscore that margin. With twin turboshafts supplying ample power for a maximum takeoff weight around the 10-ton mark, the helicopter pairs a useful payload with sufficient speed and endurance to matter in a wide operating area. A service ceiling that gives breathing room for hot and high departures, a climb rate that keeps the aircraft in the fight, and endurance measured in hours rather than minutes all contribute to a reliable on-station presence. For deck crews and air planners, that translates into predictable cycle times and fewer compromises when weather, sea state, or task saturation would otherwise force hard choices. Fleet standardization brings its own efficiencies. Consolidating around the Sea Tiger for embarked ASuW and ASuW missions simplifies training syllabi, simulator investments, and mission data file management. It reduces the logistical overhead that has accompanied mixed fleets and helps commanders swap helicopters between ships without a cascade of compatibility issues. Over time, those efficiencies translate into higher sortie rates and better use of limited flight hours, benefits that rarely make headlines but quietly change outcomes in sustained operations. For Germany, the first delivery is the starting gun, not the finish line. The measure of success will be a steady cadence of aircraft entering service, growing crews who can wring value out of advanced sensors, and ships that can integrate helicopters into every facet of their daily battle rhythm. If those pieces come together on the schedule now projected, the German Navy will obtain not simply a more modern helicopter but a more agile maritime kill chain, better connected to Allied assets and better suited to the contested littorals that define Europe's security environment today. In that sense, the Sea Tiger's arrival is less about replacing a venerable type and more about rewiring the way Germany hunts, tracks, and deters at sea.